Hey guys, it's me, Luigi Gaming, and welcome to Sakura Succubus, or however you pronounce it. I believe this is a dating sim, and I don't know why the hell I bought it. I don't know, let's just check it out. I'm going with English. That's the only language I can read. I could try reading Spanish since I am Hispanic, but definitely a dating sim. Sakura Succubus? Oh, there's like a gallery with art or something like that? Oh, let's start this out, I guess. I believe this character's fading. Huh? I got it. Don't feel ready?
Alright, everyone, are you having a good time? Yeah! Yay! Yay! Hearing that makes me super happy. Thank you for your support from the bottom of my heart. This contest, really is amazing, isn't it? I can't believe I was invited to perform in such an incredible venue. It's what you deserve, IU. We love you, IU. We'll always support you. IU. Wow, you all sound so passionate. I'm sad that you can't hear so much about but only You know, when I first started out, I was just an underground idol. I haven't many fans. As a song on big competition, nothing more than an impossible dream. I used to cover anime songs on the street. I was hard to memorize the lyrics and the dance, but I know over there, I messed up a lot. Oh God, my voice is so I'm out of breath already. I think this is the same voice I gave to Sayori in Doki Doki. I never thought I'd come this far. Sometimes I thought about giving up, but I knew that would be in the face of all you wonderful people who cheered me on when I was at my lowest. IU never gives up. You're strong. IU, keep fighting. You can do it. You can do anything. We love you, IU.
I believe that's how you say the name.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. When I was still a beginner, I knew I couldn't afford take a single fan of mine for granted. Your love and affection means the world to me. You cheered me on, so I knew I had to keep going. I didn't want to let any of you down. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to call myself an idol ever again. My task was a hard one, but I never gave up. I devoted my life, my very soul, to the pursuit of being an idol. Oh my God, my voice is dying. Now I finally made it. I'm sitting on this huge stage in front of thousands of people. I never felt more humble in my life. You guys are my light, and my love. My heart belongs to every single one of you. And so I'm going to just dedicate this next song to you. This is my latest song, Overflowing Feelings. Let's go! Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. This is such a hot song. Wow, I get goosebumps already. I can't believe that IU loves her so much. She's just not like the other idols, but out there. She really does value her fans. She's so pure and beautiful. I just can't get enough of her cute smile. I'll support you until the end of time. IU, for now and forever, you are only RL3D girl for me. What? What does that mean? IU. Rocky? Is that how you say the name? Yeah, that's right. Jeez, what am I even doing with my life? Yeah, what am I doing with my life? Oh God. I stare at the stage, my hands jam in my pockets as the light dim.
The crowd falls quiet, so silent you could hear a pin drop. If I was as crazy about like Ayu as some of the other fans, I'd probably consider it an immense privilege to even stand in the same room as she is, no matter how far away I am from the stage. I'm sure for some of the guys here, this is the happiest night of their lives. A middle-aged man standing next to me is actually crying. Wow. Some die-hard IU fan are acting like this concert is a religious experience. Oh my god, what am I doing with my life? And I guess I can't fault them for it. Ridiculous though it seems to me, gods aren't so very different from idols. Part of me wishes I could join in the hype, but this isn't really my scene. I'm pretty anxious too. When my boss finds out what happened today, he's gonna kill me. If only the train hadn't been delayed, then I would have gotten here on time, and I would have made it to the front of the crowd like I was ordered to. I brought my camera and equipment with me, but I can hardly set it up now. I'm hemmed in by dozens of men, all wearing IU shirts and holding glow sticks. There's barely enough room to swing around a cat, let alone wield a large industry standard camera. This might be one of the worst nights of my life. This concert hall is huge, but it's not enough to accommodate all of IU's fans. She's way too popular. I stood through about 15 different tracks so far, and my ears are still ringing from the crowd yelling in IU's adorable voice. I don't think I can take much more of this. I cough when I get nervous. I think I said that in one of my Dogi Dogi videos, which I still need to finish. I hope this is the last song. Slowly, almost menacingly, the background music of IU's latest song begins to fill. It goes louder and louder until I can feel it breathing through the ground. It's so loud my teeth start to chatter, and my whole body trembles with nervous energy. Light bursts upon the stage that spirals one more revealing IU's perfect body. The crowd has expected goes nuts. IU breaks the pose. She holds one arm out as through, beckoning the crowd, while her other hand throws her butt around about her microphone. IU's gaze shoots across the glow sticks, spreading in and out before her. She smiles sweetly at Rose, thanking each and every one of her fans. For a moment, her eyes seem to catch mine. Her gaze lingers not like coals upon me. I feel my skin prickle. As she picked me out of the crowd, does she even know I'm alive? What? I'm surrounded by so many people, it's doubtful if she even sees me. Stop even seeing me. Wouldn't it have been better to put saw me? I'm not even one of IU's fans. I'm not at this concert because I love her music. I'm being perfectly honest. I actually think her high-pitched voice is annoying. Does IU know this? Is that why she's looking at me? Suddenly I feel close. I'm not like the other men here. I'm just still being popped. I shouldn't be here at all. The bright lights hurt my eyes. I win. All the while, I continues to hold my gaze. She stares at me, her eyes large and all consuming. Then she begins to sing. So I guess the character I'm playing is called Hiroki. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Well, this is just great. Now what am I going to do? I kick at the loose pebble on the sidewalk. It skitters away, bouncing a handful of times before it swallowed by the darkness. The street is dark, illuminated but only by a few street lamps. It's cold too. I shudder. I'm not sure what time it is. IU's concert finished around 21 21:30, but then there was a handshake event I had to go to. 21:30. What time would that be? 1:30 a.m. 12:30 a.m. I intended on the off chance I might be able to get a brief word with the famous IU and a couple of photos, but it wasn't to be. I waited in line to shake IU's holy hand for well over an hour. I was almost at the front of the queue, however you pronounce that word, when the handshake event ended and thousands of us, unfortunately enough not to meet our idol face to face, were told to screw off by a security guard. Well, he didn't say it in quite those terms. There were more apologies involved, but that's what it boiled down to. Sorry, but it's getting late and IU has a busy schedule. We'll need to cut this handshake event short for now. I apologize to those of you who were unable to see IU. Please support her during her next concert. You'll get another chance to see her then. And with that, we were dismissed. My camera equipment weighs heavy in the bag looped around my shoulder. I wished I had a chance to actually use any of it. If only the trains hadn't been delayed. If only. It's not my fault that I got to the concert late. There was a delay. It couldn't be helped. I tried explaining that to my boss on Monday, though. I know he'll pin the blame on the battle is squarely upon my skinny shoulders. Is here to chew me out than the whole rail company. I seem to be sighing a lot lately. I think it must be stress that or a critical lack of sleep. Who knew being a photographer could be such hard work? It's almost midnight on a Saturday. It wouldn't be the first time my boss has made me work during the weekend, and it certainly won't be the last. I came all the way out here so I could take a picture of IU's latest concert, but I didn't get a single snapshot. What a waste of time. I yawned, pressing one hand against my gaping mouth. Since it's late, I should probably head home. I feel exhausted and I have something of a headache. Curling up in bed and resting my head on a nice soft pillow sounds like heaven right about now. But it's rare I come to this part of Tokyo night, and part of me is craving a drink. There's a lot of nice high-class bars around this area, and I'm sure I could use a pick-me-up. If I dally too long, the trains stop running, then I'll need to spend the night in a hotel. That sounds like a plan. Not like a pain, not a plan. So I can cross that bridge when I get to it. Somewhat cheered by my plan, I turned neatly on my heels. There's a pretty nice bar around here, only a short walk away. My aching legs could use some exercise. In an instant, wind helps bring some color to my cheeks. I've not gotten more than a handful of steps. However, when I pause, there's a lone woman crossing the street, parallel to me, walking in the opposite direction. Her head is low and her features obscured by the dark, but something about her looks familiar. No Sherlock. Well, there we go. Her hair is light orange-brown color, and it's tied back in two cute twin tails. These twin tails stream behind her like banners as she walks, fluttering in the breeze. I recognize that hair anywhere, even if I hadn't seen it illuminated by the bright lights of the stage an hour ago. It's IU. No way. I wonder why she's walking the nighttime Tokyo street alone, since she's famous idol. Shouldn't she be superior by at least a dozen bodyguards? I don't. Here I go again with struggling to say words again. It doesn't make sense. There's no reason I should be out at a time like this. Maybe this woman is naturally to be someone who just happens to look like her. But that's impossible. She's even wearing the same cute pink and white she wore while she was performing. Her skirt is a many-layer ruffled work of art, a little like fancy wedding cake. On top of her head there sits a small but not at all practical hat. Her arms and legs are bare exposed to the elements, and she's wearing a very tall, impressive pair of heels, make a loud clacking noise with every step. It was hard for me to see her clearly during her concert, given I was so far away from the stage. My headphones and my glasses are a pain right now. IU was nothing more than a blur barely visible above the head of thousands of fans. Now, however, she's standing impossibly close to me. She's only a few feet away on the other side of this street. She feels less like an incredible, untouchable idol and more like a regular human being, which, of course, she is. IU might be beloved by millions of people across Japan, but she's not infallible. She doesn't have magical powers, and she's no goddess to be worshipped at an altar. She's a regular. I just have to check something because I heard knocking. Okay, she's a regular girl. Without those heels of hers, she'd probably be pretty short. And she's less impressive now in this windswept street than she was on the stage, but she feels more approachable. I was just limiting my ability to take IU's photo 5 minutes prior. I thought I'd failed my assignment, but this could be my a break. If I ask nicely, maybe she'll post a pic or two. My career will be saved. IU, hey IU. I don't know if saying hey IU is the right way to address a famous celeb like I, but neither do I care. These photos aren't going to take themselves. Huh? IU pauses. She turns her lips pursed in a confused frown. The moment I see her face, the air knocked out of my lungs. Definitely her. There's nobody else this could be. This is the idol who captured millions of hearts ever since her official debut. This is the idol I've seen in magazines, on the TV screens, and plastered on billboards all over Tokyo. It's the same idol I saw I can't say words. As she performed on stage, bathed in a sea of lights. I can't let her go. The future of my career is riding on this. I don't want to be fired. What? IU takes a step back, alarmed. Who are you? Don't come any closer to me. You creep! I'm carrying a pepper spray in my bag. Okay, I think this is a different voice from what I was doing. And I'm not afraid to use it. I'm more like you. That's fine. You can pepper spray me or call him Morg or anything you want. You can't even ask me to bow down before your feet. Anything's fine, so long as you let me take your photo. A photo? You mean like an upskirt photo? Are you some sort of perv? No, I'm not. I'm just a humble photographer, and I wanted to do my job. Please, won't you pose for me? IU doesn't sound moved by my cries. If anything, she looks downright disgusted. She wrinkles her nose. Whatever happened to appreciating all her fans, huh? And takes a few more hurried steps back. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, you virgin loser. I'm not interested in posing for a so-called photographer like you. But IU, please listen. No, back off or I'll call the police. I mean it. You're nothing more than an insect to me. I have no qualms about squashing you. Leave me alone. But I don't. The promise of maybe not being shouted at my irritated boss or indeed fired is too petty, a holy grail for me to pass up. I take another step forward. IU tries to retreat, but I'm faster than she is, and she is wearing a very high pair of heels. IU totters. She teeters and it looks like she's going to fall. She opens her mouth, alarmed, and a high-pitched squeal empties from her lips.
Ayu, wait, hold on. Ayu might have called me a Morgil and a bug, and it's true, I have no fond feelings for her music, but I still don't want her to get hurt. I need to try and help her. And so I throw caution into the wind. I drive forth, seizing Ayu's wrist with my arm and pull her shrieking body against mine. What are you? Unfortunately for me, my gravity is hard to mistreat and I'm able to resist her. I fall over backwards, Ayu's bone body still pressing against my own. I grit my teeth together, ready for impact. As I fall, this time seems to slow trickle. The second turns into minutes, which turns into hours. And then with a loud thud and a whirring crunch, I collapse against the cold gray sidewalk. Oh. I lay there for a few moments, waiting to stare up at the starry night sky. My head is pounding like speakers at Ayu's concert, and my back is killing me. I hope I haven't broke any bones. Initially, I twitch my fingertip, and they seem to be working in working order. At least as a photographer, my fingers are pretty important. And I try to sit up, but I can't. There's a weight pressing me down upon my chest. It's okay. Ayu, the famous idol at Ayu, Japan's beloved sweetheart, is sitting trusts me like a cowgirl. Her legs are spread, her thighs pinning me in place while her skirt is all rumpled up. She holds one hand to her head, wincing as she tries to gather her bearings. She looks dazed and confused, but I don't think she's hurt. I was able to shield her from the worst of the fall. It looks like the full brunt of the pain for her sake, all to protect her pretty face, and I'm glad it worked. Who would want to look at photos of famous idols with bruised eyes and a split lip? I'd get into a world of trouble if I tried to color pics like that. Speaking of taking photos, crap. I almost completely forgot about my bag clenched across my chest filled with expensive top-of-range equipment. I didn't buy any of the equipment myself. It was on lease by my company. My boss always warns me before I head off how much time to take care of the expensive cameras, and he trusts me with this equipment is worth more than your life. If you break it, I'll break one of your arms. Do you understand? Uncle Shura? Damn it. The words forced their way out of my chest. My lungs feel by both my mouth and anxiety in the waist of Ayu's body. I haven't checked inside my bag yet, but I'm already feeling the worst. The crunch sound I heard as I fell over. Whatever it was in my skull, crumbling on itself like a paper plate. But all my equipment. If my camera's broken, it'll be impossible to take pics of Ayu even though she's right in front of me. I screwed up yet again. My boss is going to be so pissed off. Why did I have to come over all chivalric at such a critical juncture? My job on the line, as it's without adding wanton destruction of company property to my list of sins. Ayu might get attracted, but she isn't worth this much trouble. Now I want nothing more than to drink myself into oblivion. Hey, Ayu, I blink up at Ayu, her pretty face since before me. I'm so thanks to my pouncing headache. I'm sorry about all that. I know you might be in a state of shock, but will you mind getting off me? It's hard to breathe, you see. Ayu doesn't reply. Instead, she stares at me, her eyes blink, and I'm seeing her mouth slack. Her soul hasn't escaped her body, has it? Has she gone into a state of catatonic shock? Is that how you say that? Since Ayu's an idol, and a popular one at that, she must be bound by quite a strict contract. Most idols aren't allowed to spend much time with members of the opposite sex. But this be the first time she's ever been so close personal with a man who isn't her father, I mean. That might explain why she's staring at me so intensely. She looks like she just slapped an eye on an extraterrestrial. Damn, I cursed one more. My head and lungs on fire. As if it wasn't bad enough that potentially broke tens of thousands of yen worth of camera equipment is beginning to look like I might have broken IU too. I only reach out to grab her. I only reach out to grab her because I wanted to help. I was trying to spare her from sustaining too much damage. I never meant to cause her so much harm. IU, I can't let myself panic. Was that a burp on my stomach? I can't let myself panic. If I do, I might startle IU even more. I need to be cool, calm, and personal like a doctor. Though given the circumstances, that's quite a tall order. The way of IU up. You don't have to move the camera down. The way of IU's body pressing against me, I can feel the warmth of her skin through my clothes, not to mention the fullness of her thighs. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Her lips are pursed and her cheeks are dusted with red blush. She looks utterly delectable, much like a fake strawberry that adorns her tiny top hat. I don't think much of IU's singing voice, but I can finally see in particular detail why she's so endearingly popular. She's insanely good looking, and unlike a lot of other celebs who hide behind expensive photo editing, she looks even better in person. I believe celebs is a shorter way of saying celebrities. She smells good too, kind of like strawberry. The cool wind runs through IU's hair, swaying her scent toward me. Her unique aroma fills nostrils while her light consumes my eyes. Now my five senses know nothing other than IU. Why do they have to keep moving the camera on these weird angles? I guess I'm just not gonna question. The hardness and coldness of the sidewalk melts away as does the throbbing pain in my back and head. All of a sudden it doesn't matter that I can't breathe. I want this moment to last a lifetime, but that's hardly practical. If anybody sees us like this, we're done for. IU's reputation will be in shreds, unless of course she claims that I molested her, then I can forget about my work-related woes. I'll be sent straight to the prison instead of Yahoo? Isn't that is that sarcasm, or like are we talking about the website Yahoo? Fuck. I guess it's bad. I need to try to wriggle my way out of this position, or things go bad to worse. You please, we can't say like this. Not in the middle of public street. I don't want to sound rude, but will you mind moving for both our sakes? IU breathes heavily, her tremulous chest rise and fall, and her fangs clench about my waist. Rather than extracting herself from me, she's gripping me more intensely than ever. IU, please. I tried to disturb her but little by little, her fingers grip the fabric of my shirt, and then he does something completely immoral. He begins to grind her hips against me. What? After this recording, I'm gonna check the rating of this game, but I don't think I checked the rating of this game. I like that in a pin, like a pin bud. I'm so stunned I hardly know what to think of or feel. This is. Oh, I choose now. I'm gonna save now. And I'm gonna end off the video here, guys. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye, everybody.